Hi Stampers, my name is Sandy Hancock. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and I want to welcome you to Utterly Awesome Stamping. Today I'm going to show you how to make this little card with Kind Koala. That was the very first stamp out of the catalog that I wanted to get and make a card with, and so this is what I designed, and it's going to be one of my trades for the convention. So there are two things I'm going to show you today. One is how to make the background, and two, how to color in the koala bear. So first of all, let's look at the background. I'm going to be using the Striped Scallop. It's new. There are two ways you can build a sandwich to be successful at cutting this out. The first way is just simply put wax paper underneath it, add your cardstock, then you're going to put that onto your plate, which is going to go on top of your magnetic platform. If you don't have the magnetic platform, you can always just use the standard platform. Put your top sandwich on there and cut it out. Now, the second way you can do it is you can add adhesive, an adhesive sheet to it. And of course my adhesive sheet has just disappeared, but I'll show you the big one. Okay, this is the big package of adhesive. You're just going to cut this down to 5 1/4 by 4, and 12. You get 12 of these sheets per package, 70 cents a piece, or it breaks down to 12 cents a card. So that's not very expensive for all the time and frustration that this will save you. So what you would do, like I said, I don't know what happened to the one I just had in my hand a second ago, but what you would do is peel it off. Oh, here it is right here. Hello. Okay, you would peel this off, stick it onto your cardstock, flip it over so that you're working on the top. Just add your wax paper, add this, and then you would just go ahead and put it on your platform and run it through. Now, the reason I left some of this mess on here is because I wanted you to see that when you run it through, you're going to be popping out these little pieces. And they should pop out just like this, very, very easily. If they don't, then you must have forgotten your wax paper, or a second problem could be that you haven't taken out the wax paper from the last time. So, okay, so let's see, we'll get this started. You might have to, here we go. Okay, so we're just going to pull this off like this, and there's your design, boom, just like that. Now, what you don't realize is that left in here is the wax paper. So just take a pair of scissors like this. Can you see that coming off? I know it's a little bit hard to see. But if you leave that in your Thinlit, then the next time you cut, it's not going to cut. It's not going to be a sharp cut. You're going to be very frustrated, and your little pieces that you saw just pop out of here so easily are not going to pop out of there so easily. So if you'll just remember to take out the wax paper, you'll be in really good shape. Now here's one that I cut that had the adhesive on the back, and I'm going to show you how easy this is to apply. It's just amazingly easy. So here's my piece of Honey Hello, and all I'm going to do is just get the, I want the circles right at the top, and then I'm just going to do that, and boom, just like that, it's adhered to my cardstock. Very, very easy. Now, after you, it takes one and a little bit to do this card. So after you do add the little bit, it's going to look like this. So you're going to have, you know, more than you need. And this little part down at the bottom is enough to do the second card. So, let's see, where's my little piece? Here it is. Okay, sorry about that. Getting all stuck up here. Okay, so here's the piece that comes off, and what you're going to do is just take a pair of scissors and cut along the top, because you need the rounded pieces to fit on your project. And so what you're going to do is make sure that the bottom of this little arch goes right in the center of the next arch, and then you'll apply it. And again, like I say, use snail. If you do that, just do it very carefully so that it doesn't get super sticky on you. But I really recommend the adhesive sheets. 12 cents a card is very inexpensive, and you saw how quickly that went on. Okay, so now what you're going to do after you've done this, like I say, is you'll take this over to your cutter and you'll just go ahead and cut all the way around it. So now you'll have a card that looks like this, ready to go. And the next thing you'll do is take the number 4 label framelit, and labels collection framelit, and you'll cut out the center. And after you run that through, then you're going to have this part. And so now it's ready to go right over the bear. So let's just take a look at the bear. Got several prints here, and I'm going to show you how to use the blendabilities. Okay, we'll just ignore that telemarketer. Okay, so I've stamped this with the Memento pad. You want to make sure that you use the Memento pad, because if you use StazOn, it will ruin your blendabilities. So use the Memento pad. It's available in the catalog, and ink your stamp. So here we are. We're ready to go, and we're just going to, I'm going to use the, not the darkest, but the next to the darkest of the brown neutral shades of blendabilities. And I'm just going to start this for you. I'm not going to color in the whole thing, but it just colors so okay, it colors so easily like this. And you're just going to go through and you're going to color the entire print in. And you don't have to be concerned about it streaking. So after you have colored the whole thing in, it's going to look like this. And I'm going to show you in comparison to the one, can you see that? To the one that I'm getting ready to use the color lifter on. The color lifter just lifts color off. I don't know if you can see that really well. This one is completely dark, like I just totally colored it in, and this one has now had the color lifted. So I'm going to show you how to lift the color. The lids are on really well on these to keep them from drying out. So really you're just going to go into the areas where you would like to lift out color and just go for it. It's really quite fun, and I am not one that's very good at watercoloring, like shading and all of that. So this is just a very basic way to use your color lifter, because the bear is not really that cute if he's just all one color. That's just my opinion. And then you can go back and doctor him up. You can add, you could go back and take your darker marker. Oops, not that end. Let's take the little end. If you wanted to just add touches again of dark along here. Okay, so you can kind of play with it. And then for his nose, I took one of the lighter colors and I just colored in his nose so that he didn't have a stark white nose. Okay, so then I'll just go back to the one I had finished. So then I just took the yellow marker, colored in the flower. I took the owl punch and used the middle size eye to get a circle for the flower. And then of course I added one of the yellow brads. And really you can use yellow. You can use yellow out of the subtles or the brights or the regals. Just about any of them will work. Okay, so then you're just going to put this over and put this onto your card, and there you go. You have a really simple card. Very fun. Thinking of you, I would love to receive it. So have fun with your koala bear and have fun with your striped scallop.